Patreon member shout out. Why'd she had to go? I don't know. She wouldn't say. I said something wrong. Now I long for yesterday. Love was such an easy game to play. Now I need a place to hide away. Hey guys, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez, coming at you today with a Veve Omi update video. Comment down below if you like Paul McCartney. Guys, if you do, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. I love you all. Everyone say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. Commenting, like, and subscribe is a free way to help support the channel. Non-free ways are by joining Patreon or by hitting that thanks button down below. Now, there's so much I need to go over. I'm going to make like 3 videos over the next 24 hours. Let's get started. So for the first trading day in about a week, Omi had not outperformed the S&P 500 or the NASDAQ. That was up between 1% and 2% today. Omi today almost down about 2%, and we do have Bitcoin that is down 2.3, almost 2.4%. So that is something that Omi had outperformed for Bitcoin, but it had not outperformed the markets again for the first time in about a week. So I thought that was pretty interesting. Moving on. Unsure if I told y'all, I did complete that Deadpool set. That's something that I just really love. I love Lady Deadpool. I love Dogpool. I do expect those to get a little bit cheaper if they do announce a Star Wars drop, which again, they probably should. But we have a little bit of news on Twitter coming from Blockchain.io saying, matchy matchy for Dr. Profit, delivered by yours truly, but never again at David Yu. So that's just him looking at his normal Todd and then his blue-caped Todd. And that's something that has been speculated in the past, that we might get, some one-of-ones, or we might get a certain type of different capes for Superman or for Batman, and you could make your stuff one-of-ones via that. Speaking of Twitter, we have a bunch to go over with Gary Vaynerchuk. One comment came from someone like, hey, Gary Vue, senior interview with Dan Schawbel, why the Veve official community gives so much energy to Gary Vee. It's a corny and lame. Who cares what he thinks? Just keep pushing. Somebody responds to that. He'll never acknowledge Veve because he's a competitor. Don't know why we even want his attention when it's never going to happen. So Gary Vee has talked about Veve multiple times before, all of it very positive. And even here he says, first, I couldn't agree more about who cares what I think. I'm just one person. Second, I cheer for Veve, period. The end. So that is something that, again, he does cheer. Publicly, he does cheer for us. Publicly, he has been someone that is saying, like, yeah, they're heckin' awesome. But, just dissecting a couple of other of his tweets, again, I don't think any of his are really malicious. Somebody saying, he also continues on to say, I adore Veve. I have no interest in guru life. I'm just one dude that is just a person like everyone else. Also, my small investment in Recur isn't a meaningful part of my world. And for me, it's exciting to hear about Immutable/Veve if that happens because it becomes decentralized. So he didn't hear about the move to Immutable X, which again, a lot of people are saying like, oh, how do you not know? Well, if he's really invested in VeeFriends, which I think he is, again, I will say this one more time. If I was in any other NFT project outside of Veve and I went to Veve Con this weekend like I did, I would dump pretty much everything for his VeeFriends because he is going to make that work. So it would make sense that because he's so enthralled and invested in that, he doesn't pay much attention to other things. Like Veve, again, I have multiple people every single day. Hey, check out this project. Check out this project. I physically cannot check out all of these projects. And so it's really hard to know other things intimately. And Veve's not my project. Like, this is not, like, I have no creation. I have no ownership in that company. But for someone like Gary Vee, whose main ownership is VeeFriends, why would he go and he really pay attention to Veve? Maybe he has some Omi, maybe he has some things saying, hey, these are really cool, these will probably really do well. He probably does. He's really smart. But Puddin' Cheeks responds to him saying, custodial ownership doesn't disqualify something as being an NFT. Average everyday users have no cares of learning all the nuances of crypto and the penalty of losing a private key. Decentralized Maxi is a condition for the brainwashed. The future is a hybrid model. I agree with that 100,000%. A lot of people that were at the Veve Con event this week were kind of making not a fuss, but they're saying, hey, look at these random cards that are all over the place with QR codes. We know not to scan those because that's like a phishing way to be able to get your stuff to unlock your MetaMask. Even emails from people saying, hey, update your MetaMask, click the update wallet, but in the code, it'll actually say drain wallet. You don't want that happening with, your people's grandma's money. People's grandmas and their grandpas, they're going to want to buy Steamboat Willie. They're going to want to buy maybe some Back to the Future stuff. they're not going to want to have to try to have it so decentralized. They have to get a MetaMask and wrap their Ethereum. They just want to put it in their credit card, and that's it. Make it super easy. Veve will bring on the masses, and yeah, a couple of ETH whales, a couple of people whales that are really hardcore anarchist decentralization. If they don't get in, cool. I would much rather have 1% of the world's interest than, you know, most of some of these whales' interests, because that's the bigger pool. The bigger pool is with mass adoption and with the ease to buy. There's no easier way to buy an NFT than Veve right now. So there's someone else that responds to Gary, says, why is everyone on this dude to pump Veve? Be happy with what you have and stop caring so much about what the next person thinks. Agreed with that 100%. I mean, we have the biggest IP brands in the world, and more are coming. Be happy with what you have, not what you're missing. And Gary responds, says, I just need to spend more time on the definition of NFT. Maybe I'm wrong on needing a blockchain involved. I'll do more education. I don't think I'm ever right. Which again, obviously we are on Immutable X, we were on GoChain. So we're actually some of the first NFTs that are on 2 different blockchains. Moving on. Gary even says, I'm open to that, and it's great callouts. Then there's many digital goods bouncing around in many places. I have no maxi interests and love evolving my thoughts. Putin Cheeks again responds, we see it every day. Yes, there are many on the crypto side that want to see their asset in their own wallet. At the same time, there are just as many people that are appreciative that they don't have to worry about any of that. At some point, the perfect balance will be achieved. We will get there. So Taps Trades also responds to Gary when he said he needed to spend more time on the definition of NFT. Taps Trades responding with the facts, saying, hey, Gary, congrats on the success of Veve Con, which, again, something you totally should do. You don't want to come here as like an enemy. You want to come here as like a friend saying, hey, let me reach out to you. Remember that tweet I showed you yesterday with Jeremy Padower going and saying, hey, Gary, I've been involved in Veve in 2018. Next time we talk, let me walk you through it. That's exactly what you want. I'm glad that Taps and Jeremy Padower, like these people are like some of the leaders and the bridges in this space. So Taps continues on and says, here's the blockchain info that link to our Veve collectibles. Metadata visibility will come soon, but right now it's a manual lookup process, but they're here over on Immutascan. So when some of the people are thanking him for that, Taps as always, and somebody responds, is Immutable X not on the blockchain? It's a layer 2 on Ethereum. Maybe you're referring to true ownership of the NFT, being able to store it in a cold wallet, because I doubt Disney or some of those other major IPs would have allowed that initially, regardless of who they signed with. And Gary responds that, is the Veve Immutable integration done? I have been in a cocoon for 4 months with Veve Con and Veve Friends 2 and didn't realize it's been fully integrated. So again, Gary V, which again, if he's so enthralled in one project, outside of Veve, not too many people know about us. So again, he obviously knowing about us, he might just know that was a struggle we were going through. He might not have known that it was. I don't think he's lying there at all. Anyway, moving on. Remember how a couple of months ago, Jeremy Padower had gone on and said, hey guys, check out this really cool stamp that I like. And the next day we had stamps being announced. Well, Jeremy Padower had tweeted before saying, Star Wars fans, introducing Micro Galaxy Squadron, scaled vehicles, extraordinarily detailed, electronic Millennium Falcon. So they had Millennium Falcon. This was Star Wars by Jazzwares. And they had that. I think they had TIE Fighters. They had Slave One. They had a lot of different ships on there that you could buy, again, by Jazzwares. Funny how he announces this literally the week of Star Wars Appreciation Week, a few days before the Obi-Wan series is dropped, and a few days. This is probably the last week that we're going to be able to have the, David be teasing Star Wars, because it should be happening this week. If it happens, it should happen this week. Again, I've done like a couple videos on that. In other news, CoinGecko had posted on Instagram a couple days ago the top 10 trending coins in the USA. Number 10 was Ecomi. So I thought that was really interesting. Anyway, guys, please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Everyone say bye-bye to Dashy. Bye-bye, Dashy. And everyone, please check out @HeyDavidDon and @KingMavs Forever. You got Standoff Chart and King Mavs over on the Veve app. You have Kobe Collects and Omi Player One over on the YouTube. Raytax.eth domain name. Kyle Willson, Wendy Stibalis, Puddin Cheeks, Veve Las Vegas, Taps Trades, Mars Davis, Legacy Bermuda, Sody Pop Media, Veve Darklink, Meta Lemon, and Veve Vibes, all on the YouTube. And then you got @WetWizardVeve and Garyo @1234CA3, all on the Twitter. I love you guys. I will catch you all later. I'll be interviewing Darcy Donovan tomorrow, so definitely check me out for that, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, again, tomorrow. I love you guys. Bye. Meow, meow.